Hey folks, Rob here with another episode of Unboxed, the YouTube series where I, Rob, open and unbox albums with my machete. In this episode, I'm opening and unboxing the Czarface Knull Void EP from the Venom Last Dance movie soundtrack. It's a limited edition run of 500 copies, colored vinyl. What's it gonna look like? I really don't know. We're gonna find out together. Hey, welcome to Unboxed. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like the video, and leave a comment if you dig what I'm laying down. So, who is Czarface? What is Czarface? So just to answer part of that, it's essentially a supergroup consisting of Inspectah Deck of the almighty Wu-Tang Clan and the underground hip-hop duo 7L and Esoteric. All together form the group Czarface. On the surface, you see Czarface album covers, and you'd understand there's a serious comic book aesthetic going on here. And you'd be right. I mean, look at this. I'm wearing a shirt. I'm a fan. I support these guys. I'm somewhat of a comic book nerd, and of course a hip-hop head, so I'm on board. In my opinion, Czarface is a mix of incredible and witty lyricism with a very nerdy comic theme and WWF Golden Era references here and there sprinkled in. Back in around 2013, I stumbled upon a track called Hazmat Rap by this group Czarface. Had never heard of them before, and my life has never been the same again. And if you've never heard of them, prepare to have your life changed. Right here, right now. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, for those unfamiliar, Inspectah Deck, often cited as possibly and arguably the best lyricist out of the entire Wu-Tang Clan. See the opening verse on the track Triumph by Wu-Tang. I don't want to say he is the best MC and lyricist of the Wu-Tang Clan because the internet would roast me, and I don't want that. Then you got 7L and Esoteric. They've been part of other underground independent collectives like Demigods and Army of the Pharaohs, but as a duo, they've been active since the 90s. Kind of crazy that there's always this world of underground and independent musicians that you really got to seek for to find, unfortunately. So now, what is Czarface? The visual identity is that of a supervillain created by L'Amour Supreme, who's a New York City-based street artist and graphic designer. The creator of all this, he also created like the comic books, and yes, there are action figures, of course, some trading cards out there. So I'm a fan, so I'm a bit biased, because I think every Czarface project is great. And they've progressed in making their albums too, you know, they have albums that are strictly albums, they have strictly like comic book on audio stories. But to me, the hip-hop albums are the best. And they've done joint project albums, which are always great to see. They did 2 projects with the late, great MF Doom, rest in peace, Czarface meets Metal Face in 2018, and Super What? In 2021. Then you got fellow Wu-Tang member Ghostface Killah, their joint project from 2019, also great. And then their latest project, Stress Eater, which is a joint album with Kool Keith. If you don't know about Kool Keith, do yourself a favor. So Czarface has also been very loyal to Record Store Day. And if you don't know about Record Store Day, why are you even watching this? I'm just kidding. Let me explain it to you. Every year, the majority of record stores that are in existence still to this day, 2 days, there's usually a Record Store Day in April and a Record Store Day in November on Black Friday. And Czarface usually releases an exclusive Record Store Day release on one of those days. So at the time of this recording, we're just getting into April 2025, and I'm a little surprised that they didn't release this one as their Record Store Day release coming up in April. But alas, they didn't. And here we are, you listening, taking it in, and we're having a great time, right? But what do you say? We get out the machete, and we cut this pig open. So here it is. This is again from the Venom The Last Dance movie. This was ordered through getondown.com, a great spot online to order. Decent prices, always quick to ship. This song features Method Man and Frankie Pulitzer. This is actually a limited edition of 500. Looks like I got number 238. I was hoping for number 1. What Can You Do? Here we got L'Amour Supreme. He did the album cover. What's cool about this one, I can't wait to really see what the vinyl looks like. It's a pink, black, and white Symbiote splash vinyl that's supposed to kind of emulate the palette of Venom, which is black, white, and pink, his tongue. But again, okay, so we've got Method Man of Wu-Tang, but who is Frankie Pulitzer? I think for those who don't know, might be a little surprised to learn that Frankie Pulitzer is actually Tom Hardy, who plays Eddie Brock / Venom in the Venom movies here. And yes, he does rap under the moniker Frankie Pulitzer. It's kind of one of these things that he's been making music for a few years, keeping it very separate. His acting life, his real life, or real name rather, and the character Frankie Pulitzer, so it's kind of cool. All right, Knull Void featuring Method Man Frankie Pulitzer. They credit Frankie Pulitzer as F. Pulitzer and not T. Hardy, because they really try to keep them separate and keep the internet guessing, because to be honest with you, I don't know that they've ever really straight up confirmed that Tom Hardy is Frankie Pulitzer. So it looks like on side one we got the track, the instrumental version, and the acapella version. Acapella version is just straight lyrics, no beat, kind of the opposite of just the instrumental, which is just the beat. Side two looks like we got Safe Haven. This is an unreleased track along with Beef and Broccoli. This is S. Ryan is Seamus Ryan, that's Esoteric. Looks like it's probably a solo song then. Beef and Broccoli, it's a bonus lick. Knull Void, produced by 7L and Agent X. Safe Haven, produced by 7L, of course. And actually it looks like Beef and Broccoli start up on Clintar. Not sure what that means. Cover art by L'Amour Supreme. So every Czarface album after their second album has been released on this Silver Age record label, which I believe is their own deal. Because it's the only thing they've released is Czarface albums and the Stress Eater album with Kool Keith. All right, let's cut this open here, see what we got. Do not open your albums with a machete. Please. It is stupid, I understand that, but maybe that's why you watch. All right, let's see how this looks. That is pretty damn cool. Definitely feels like a good weighted album. Yeah, it looks really good. Something like this, I don't know if you've ever seen video on how they make and press the albums and how they do these mixture of colors, but it's pretty interesting to see they take like the vinyl pucks, and they'll take like a vinyl puck of pink and maybe a little bit of white and black and purple, and they'll just kind of mold them together with their hand, put them in a press. The press has the tracks cut into it, and it literally presses it together, and that's how it shapes the album here. It's quite impressive. I recommend looking it up, and honestly, someday I think it'd be fun. We have a vinyl record pressing plant, Copycats Media in Minneapolis here, that I might do a tour of and maybe do a video of, because it is quite interesting and it's cool to see. Nothing else, no download cards or inserts in there with this, and I'm going to keep the plastic on this because it's got the numbered 238 of 500. So that is Czarface Knull Void. Czarface, it's kind of a weird subgenre of hip hop. I guess you might call it nerd rap, maybe comic book nerd rap. I don't know exactly, but it's definitely under the hip hop tree, and I love it. Let me know in the comments, did you get a copy of this before they sold out? And if you did, what number did you get? Let's make it a pissing contest. Why not? And also Get On Down does have pink versions of the vinyl of this one that are not limited edition, which also looked cool, but once I saw the special edition one, I had to give it a shot and see what number I got. The vinyl looks pretty sweet. I can't argue that. Anyways, thanks for watching. like, comment, subscribe, you know the business. And I will see you in the next video. Not cool, bro. Not cool.